Ladies and gentlemen, hello and welcome. Today we are starting 1 hour later because I was a little bit busy watching some new Spider-Man movie. I wanted to finish it before starting today's walkthrough. We are starting a little bit late today, but we don't have much to do during the stream besides finishing hell difficulty. Not long we need for that. We just need to finish the quest Eye of Destruction, not Eye, Eve of Destruction. Basically, killed Bale and GG. And then we are going to play some Necromancer Summoner, as I promised long time ago, to see how was he changed. In meanwhile, if you missed previous parts of this walkthrough series, you can watch them as a video on demand here on Twitch, and later on they will be uploaded on YouTube, as well as some highlights. You can already watch a lot of those if you go to our YouTube page, and good stuff. Yesterday, there was a stream with host was Mr. Llama, and this was the stream together with Blizzard team. And, well, to put it straight, as sort of like my view on that whole on the whole event, how I view it, I will going to say it not going to go into details, because when it comes to details, I'm most likely going to do some form of a edited video or reaction video to that, just to give you my thoughts about it in a more detailed fashion. But it is going to be most likely happening not now for sure, because tomorrow I have an important event, so I am most definitely not going to be doing anything related to that as if right now. But as a sort of hint, I would like to say that I was kind of disappointed. I was not disappointed first 30 minutes when they were announcing changes to those obnoxious mechanics that, yes, they were working like shit. That's what they've been pointing throughout those half an hour and maybe a little bit more, that those mechanics with which that those particular mechanics that I said that they were complete dog shit, as if they are right now before they change it, they were complete dog shit. Those people who are saying nah, that's only your opinion, no. Even fucking developers from Blizzard said that those mechanics, such as lockdown after you resummon Valkyrie, that you cannot press stuff like Immolation Arrow for 6 seconds, the skill lockdown, the stuff that when you on, say for example, characters like Assassin or Amazon, that when you are being hit, you're stuck in an animation that is you are kind of locked, and you can get locked until you fucking die. That all of this stuff and many more are going to be fucking removed or entirely changed, because those mechanics were complete dog shit. Those people who are saying no, it's they are good and stuff like that, where are you now? Where are you now? Or so what? When developers are said that those mechanics are complete garbage, you're going to say, well, yeah, I also think like that, yeah. It's the first half an hour of that event was actually them pretty much like changing the stuff that was supposed to be changed entirely for God knows like how much, like how long ago. They were pretty much like saying the stuff that for those who play the game and are not fucking blind, this is obvious stuff. Like, obvious things that were supposed to be changed and were supposed to be removed are going to finally be changed and or removed from the game. That was fucking great. That part was fucking great when it comes to, like, removing that garbage shit that nobody liked, that nobody gave a shit, but that is for some reason in this game. It is still now in this game, but it will be removed from the game, which is really good. Which is something I am excited about, because that fucking skill lockdown, which makes no fucking sense, has no fucking reason to be in the game in the first place. When it comes to like buffs and some other stuff, that's like some parts of those like buffs are actually like good. Some parts of those buffs / changes make no fucking sense. As if like Barbarian gets will going to get a synergy from to his frenzy from a in his passive tree there is like bonus to stamina. This is something that's like that I can say like, are you out of your fucking mind when you're trying to shove that particular change? Like, what? How about just remove everything related to fucking stamina and delete the stamina from the game? Just how about that? How about like no? How like just how about no? This stat is fucking useless. So why even try to like keep it as the way it is? It makes no sense and nobody likes it. And you yourself don't like it, but hey, now you give to Barbarian a skill, his main skill, damaging skill, which is Frenzy, going to synergize from the garbage skill that nobody uses. As well as like, yeah, let's change Leap. Like, let's make Leap more viable. As if in nobody fucking used the garbage skill anyway, so let's make Find Potion more potent. Find Potion is a complete like trash thing, and one thing that it can be changed to is simply just give the Barbarian the stuff like, since Barbarian has like a lot of HP, give him a skill instead of like Find Potion. Give him a skill that increases like healing potential when he uses the finds when he levels up the skill. Like if he levels up the skill when he heals himself using those potions, the potions heal him either faster, at a faster rate, or they heal him more, or they provide additional bonuses when he is like in the healing state. No, instead, like I guarantee you, it will be complete bamboozle shit that makes no fucking sense. Because like Find Potion, really, like Find Potion. No, just like stamina, it's garbage thing. Another thing that was a complete disaster and a complete disappointment is that throughout this, like, it was like almost 2 hours pretty much presentation, there was nothing for them to show. No gameplay footage, no text, like besides those slides, which were pinpointing the same fucking information that you had in the most of it was in the patch, like highlights, in those preview highlights. They got no footage, and I've fucking mentioned it. Like, they have a season 1 with fucking rune words, new rune words. Llama asked them, can you show something, like at least some information on those rune words? No, like nothing, zero. You are going to see it in the season. Oh, like, how about this change? Oh, we are not doing it yet. How about this change? Oh, we are not doing it yet. How about more stat space, like more, breaching the character limit? Oh, you know, that pressure on the fucking server, like, what the fuck? More than 3 months now. You are still like they were saying this, like this is the infuriating part about them like saying this. So 3 months had passed. 3 months. And here is this conference, and they are saying like our priority is the server stability and blah 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 and fixing game bugs. 3 months later, like we are going to have soon Season 1. Servers are not fixed, capacity of the characters is not going to increase, stashes will not going to increase, because some fucking idiot thinks there that like, yes, the server stability is going to fucking crash. Yeah, so I cannot create more than 20 characters on one account, because that's going to put pressure on the server, but I can buy another account, and there I can create 20 more characters. That's not going to put any pressure on the server whatsoever. Yes, because Blizzard thinks we are all idiots there. Yes. And like, another amazing thing. Going to that server pressure. Can we get more stash space? No. But in the season, before the season ends, there will be temporary 3 temporary stash spaces so that you can use those to transfer the seasonal items into non-season. And then they're gone. And I'm like, what the fuck? No, like seriously, what the fuck is going on there? They are making new rune wards. Hint, hint, as they say it in their press conference. Those rune wards, most of them were already in the game files of Diablo 2, Lord of Destruction, from way back 20 years ago. So they are not even making new ones. They're just taking those that were not included in the original and just shoving it here and saying like, we did it. What you did? How about text? How about like, we are speaking about new rune wards. We would like to know more. Fuck you. Wait for the season, because we don't even know what the fuck are we doing. Yes, we are changing sets. How about at least hints? No, fuck you. Like, just that's why I'm saying 10% of this whole press conference was good. 90% was complete dog shit. Like, we cannot do this because we cannot do this. We cannot do this because we cannot do this. Mentioning 50 times that our priority is server stability. Where? 3 fucking months afterwards, and I still have lags, disconnects, and all that kind of stuff. No, but the server stability is there. Yes, beautiful. What a bunch of liars. Like, seriously, this is so fucking tragic. That's why I'm saying, like, if you want to know good information from this whole press conference, you can watch literally first 25 to 30 minutes, and then it's gone. Because as soon as that section with Rune Ward starts, and afterwards followed by the Q&A, it's just dead. That section is entirely dead, because every question that is being asked there, oh, we don't know, oh, we cannot show you, oh, we don't have it ready yet, oh, we don't know this, we don't know that, oh, that's an interesting question, but we don't know the answer, blah, 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 blah. It's like, what the fuck? Seriously, what the fuck? We are going to change mercenaries. How are we going to change them? Well, we don't fucking know. We don't fucking know. We are going to make them viable. How about a glimpse of how you are going to make them viable? Oh, we don't know. We need to test all this shit. We need to do this. We need to do that. Oh, don't rush us. Our approach is one step at a time. One step at a time. Like, those steps are going to, like, this is pointless, because imagine if this game would have released and, like, 6 months after comes down Path of Exile 2. 9 months after comes Last Epoch release. This game is dead. 3 months after its release, this game is already dead. Oh, but just you wait. Aren't you a fan of this game? Don't you want to wait? Don't you want to wait more? I especially like this one. we are going to have seasons, and we are going to have items that are going to appear only in the season, like their premiere is going to be in the season. Mr. Llama is asking them, well, like, guys, are you going to have, like, new items for every season? No, you're asking too much. Like, we are going to put items, like, some items per, like, 3 seasons. Like, during Season 1, say, for example, we have new items. Season 2, no new items. Season 3, no new items. Season 4, oh yes, new items. What if the season lasts 4 months, say, for example? So, imagine, like, waiting a year and something till you get a fucking item, new item to play with. New item that was in the original game, but since it was not added at that time, we are going to add it now and say that we are doing a job. Amazing. A fucking amazing. I am so fucking infuriated. Like, I had hopes for this press conference, but that press conference was a complete dog shit. You have like 4 people there sitting, excluding Mr. Llama, who was the host. And all you've been doing there is just shoving some mumbo-jumbo nonsense that most of it we already knew. Those people who, like... That's why I'm saying, like, this first 25 minutes of the press conference was good. The rest was good because they acknowledged the fact that those garbage mechanics were garbage and they needed to be removed. Or changed. And they've changed now. I should be amazed by that. I should be amazed by the fact that they finally acknowledged that after so many years that they finally acknowledged that Necromancer Summoners, like Bone Mages, are complete dog shit. That melee Amazon skills are complete dog shit. That, like, so many mechanics in this game are complete dog shit, and they aren't working as intended, and they are outdated, and nowadays they feel like shit. Yes. I absolutely love this approach. This approach makes me so, like, so happy that I'm playing this game. So happy to wait another 6 to 7 months until they slowly but surely going to fix the servers. Yes, their main objective is to fix the servers. Servers are not fixed, and they are still saying about, like, our main objective is the server stability. Why the servers are unstable? Well, it just happens. It happens, ladies and gentlemen. It's Blizzard. Like, don't push them. They're too busy. Always fucking busy. Busy people. Yes. Fucking busy. What's the point of making a fucking press conference if you have absolutely nothing to fucking show? This is a shit show. This is the same as when you are presenting, say, you are presenting a new type of car, and instead of actually presenting the new type of car, you're using some kind of stock footage in form of, I don't know, like whatever stock footage you're going to use, and you're saying, like, this car is super fast, its fuel consumption is very low, it doesn't pollute the air so much as the other ones. Well, how about you show its performance? Oh, well, you have to wait until when, we don't know, blah blah blah. Like, dude, seriously, this is unacceptable. This is entirely unacceptable. I'm so mad about that. Jesus. It's so maddening. As it literally makes no fucking sense, the fact that they are, like, doing it the way they are doing it. Server stability. Server stability. Oh well, we cannot. We absolutely cannot increase the amount of stashes. We cannot increase the amount of stuff that you can get. No, we just cannot do it. We cannot do it because it puts a lot of pressure. It puts a lot of pressure, like a lot of pressure. Motherfuckers, like seriously.
Afternoon.
And I like this, the way they are even said about like the biggest question, like more stash space. They're like, oh, we know that it's a hot topic, and we can speak about it. Like this topic can be discussed for quite a long period of time. It should not be discussed. It should be fixed. It should be done in the proper way. It should not be like, oh, we are discussing it. Just fix it. Oh, great. Oh, great. They cannot even be frozen. Okay. Like this whole during a press conference that is dedicated primarily for the sake of actually present that you were doing something. Yes. They were doing something. That PowerPoint presentation was sure, like,
Yes.
a lot of effort were put into it. I see. They even had, like, during this conference, they had a person whose primary job was to click on the button so that the next slide or the previous slide would be shown. Fuck yes. This is just borderline stupid. This is just so impossible to comprehend. Like, should be excited, they say. Yes. Wait another half of the year for them to even release something. Weren't you tired of farming the same place over and over again? Well, how about we give you another place to farm? Which is Arachnid's Lair. Yes. Not the entirely new location, no. Because that's just too much effort. But instead we are going to give you... We are going to scale some monster levels, just so that you are going to have another place to farm besides those. Like Chaos Sanctuary, Bale Run, Pit, all that kind of bullshit. Yes. Aren't you excited? Aren't you fucking excited? Because I sure not. Waiting so much time for them to not even release anything. Like, just hints. Hint, hint, hint. I'm gonna give them a hint as well. The reason why so many people are actually dropping this game is because they refuse to fucking do their job properly. Stop showing us those PowerPoint presentations.
Yes,
Just stop. Stop saying that this is impossible, that is impossible, because Here's the thing, long time ago, Blizzard Entertainment were saying that making Diablo 2 remake or remaster was fucking impossible because they lost stuff. Nowadays, they are saying that with modern technologies, for like more than 3 months, they cannot fix their server problems. Hence, this is why fuck you to those who were actually hoping for having like this increased stash space, more character space. No, like fuck you. We don't give a shit. We don't give a shit about your problems.
Thanks.
Yeah, we are discussing that extraordinary garbage press conference, out of which 10% were interesting, the other stuff was like fucking, like fuck you. When you have literally nothing to show and you make a press conference just to say like, oh, we are doing stuff, and then there are people going to be like, yay, boy. Hey boy, we got something to show you. What do you have to show? Well, presentation. We have a presentation for you. Don't you like the presentation? The PowerPoint presentation? We even hired a person to click slides for us. Ain't that like... Have you seen that? Like, there is a person who is just sitting there and clicking next slide, previous slide, next slide, previous slide. Amazing. Amazing, guys. Even fucking Bale is laughing. Even Bale finds it amusing. Yes.
Afternoon.
And people were going, hey, well, like, can you do this? Can you, like, make new content? Can you, like, do this? Can you fix Barbarian Whirlwind? No. Can you do this? No. Can you do this? Oh, not today. Maybe next time. Maybe a year later. Maybe 10 years later. Like, yeah, sure. I sure will going to play your game for, like, fucking 10 years just to see the stuff that was supposed to be in the game in the first place to be added, like, 10 years later. Yeah. More like, fuck you. This is such a huge spit in the face of players. Don't rush us. We are doing the best we can. Yeah, sure. Why the fucking indie studio, like the one who is making Last Epoch, were doing much more in lesser time period, working their asses off to deliver a game that is going to be interesting for a lot of players. They sure don't try to find excuses to sugarcoat the fact that, oh, we don't have this, or we don't have that, blah blah blah. But no, when we speak about Blizzard, don't harass them. Don't rush them. They are super busy. Yeah, always. Always fucking busy. How can you literally just make a press conference based on the game which is already out, and you are a developer, and you, like, exciting news, we are bringing this, we are bringing changes to, like, the balance and the stuff, like, even the changes to balance, they say, like, we add new synergies, we, like, tweak some skills. Numbers! Can you, like, make the screenshot of that skill and show the numbers, like what was changed from what to what? No, there is just like the same image from that highlight preview that you can see on their website or when you launch the Battle.net and open it. Like, Amazon. Like 3 lines about what we are doing. Then they're speaking in more detailed about what they're doing and showing no footage. No footage, no screenshots, no numbers, no nothing. Like, nothing. But we're changing. Yeah, great, great. Not showing, I guess not showing numbers because if those numbers are fucked up so that they won't going to get blamed for it. Yeah, sure, sure. Like, fuck you. Seriously, just fuck you. In a game that is all based about, like, numbers, and a game that is already out, I want to see numbers. I don't want to see some bullshit stuff, especially from, like... Especially because I know that Modern Blizzard and balance is like modern Riot games and balance. It's the same bullcrap that makes no sense. It's synonymous with bullcrap. But no, no, no. Like, fuck you. This is just making me sick. This is what makes me sick about fucking Blizzard. At places where no one is failing, they are failing. Yes, I'm excited to see those new changes. Oh, wait, wait. We announced the changes, but we don't have the changes yet, yeah. We have new rune words. Oh, by the way, those are not the new rune words, those were already existing rune words, because we are too fucking dumb right now to make an entirely new rune words, so we're just going to open the, like, open that folder that had those items that were not included in the game for some unknown reason, and we're going to put those items in the game and say that we've done it. Yes, yes, you fucking done it. What's going to be next? You're going to open, like, open some form of a, I don't know, how should I even put it? You're going to open up stuff like someone did a mod, you're going to open it, you're going to look at it, and be like, how about I take this mod, I take the information out of it, I put it in the game, and I say that, oh, we did it. Yeah, we did it. Sure, sure, sure. And then people who are still believing that, no, Blizzard is so good, they are doing so much, are like, yes, do you see that? Do you see the power of Blizzard Activision? Do you see it? I fucking don't see it. I saw a press conference that was like 10% useful information, 90% fucking bullcrap that doesn't even make any sense. Yeah, sure. Sure, sure, sure. Tell me more. Undeniable facts that Blizzard are actually working. On what exactly beats me, but they are doing something. It's so sad. It's so sad because here is like this is the exact reason why people will going to leave the game even in greater numbers than before. Because like you have nothing to make a person motivated to stay. What motivates him? Asking them to make more stash space? No, fuck you. Asking them to change Whirlwind? No, fuck you. Asking them to show at least some form of content? No, fuck you. Oh, we know the issue, but we are not going to solve it. Yeah. For a very long time, we knew that Amazon, apparently the boson had high mana consumption. Wow. Tell me more about it. She falls off drastically in late game. Tell me more about it. As if this like was not obvious 20 years ago. But no. It's like it sounded like they're making Discovery about how things work in Diablo 2, when in reality, like, this is already something that was fucking known for years. Yet no, yet this is something that is being shown as like, do you see that? It like, I wanted to play a melee assassin, and unfortunately, I saw that she falls really hard. Falls off really hard. Wow, really? What's next? You're going to tell me that a summoner druid is a piece of crap? Like, wow. What a novelty. That's why, like, even though the first 30% of the info was really good, like, the first part, like 20 to something minutes, this is still undeniable.
Thanks.
The fact that, like, the information that they were speaking about was already so obvious to the person who is, like, playing the game properly and not fucking around for whatever reason. But okay. Yes, if Blizzard discovers it, that's a interesting discovery. Did you know? Says Blizzard. Yes, I did. Yes, I did, and even before you did. You know what's the worst part of those, like, those conversations with the developers? The host is not really given a permission to express, like, his real feelings about that and ask, like, real questions or start a heavy debate on certain subjects, because from Llama's reaction, I was pretty certain that there were a lot of stuff that he was like, I would sure want to tell you my honest opinion about that bullshit that you just said, but oh, yes I cannot. Otherwise you will not going to invite me next time. But no. Nowadays you can't do that. Nowadays you have to be gentle. Don't rush us, don't push us, don't do anything to us, yes. You know what this also reminds me of? Quite honestly speaking, what that thing reminds me of? During
Thanks.
the time where there was Diablo 3 and when there was Path of Exile, Blizzard were saying that, like, we know how to do things. We don't care about that Path of Exile game. Our game is going to be better than that one. Yeah, I see. I see now. I guess that's the reason why they're trying to make content or like make those changes more for D2 and like fuck D3. D3 is going to get another one of those random seasons which are going to be full of game bugs. But yeah. I don't know. This just feels super strange.
Thanks.
The entire press conference, I mean. sure. Don't forget about the skill lockdown. Amazing. Amazing feature that is definitely... how were they saying, like, working as intended? Those guys who were sure that in Diablo 2 everything works as intended and nothing should be changed. Yes, skill lockdown also works as intended, right? That's why they are changing it, right? Working as intended?
I am overburdened.
Working as intended, yeah.
Thanks.
That was so interesting to listen to during yesterday's evening. I was like, well, I have nothing better to do, so might as well like listen to what developers has to provide me with in this game that I'm playing. And then I'd be like, yeah, well, that information was useful. Like, I already knew that this stuff had to be changed, but it's really good that you've changed it, right? And I was like, yeah, that's good. Then came the, like, please ask us question. Why even try to, like, pretend that, like... So... People are asking you a question, and the only form of answer is like, that's a good question, but we don't know, but we don't understand, but we don't want to change this, but don't rush us, we don't want to do a lot of things at the same time, and so on and so forth. And this is really dumb. This is really dumb to say, like, that's a Q&A section where you are being asked the most obvious questions,
At your
and yet
service.
your form of answer is, for the most part, we just don't know. We don't know. How fucking amazing those guys are, like... Aren't you excited? You prepare so many questions and the only form of answer you get is...
Good afternoon.
Oh, I don't know. Maybe. Someday. In the future. When? Don't know. Don't care. Better luck next time. Want to see at least like glimpse of the new runes? No. Like, you want this, but no. Because we wait for the season. Why? Why wait for the season? Well, because apparently we probably don't even have that. As we don't even have any sort of footage related to showcasing what exactly are we doing. Gee. The same part was about like mercenaries. We are going to change mercenaries. Can you please show us how are you going to do that? No. We are going to make the Thorns build better. Might as well show us like numbers or anything related, or like set items that are supposed to boost those changes, because in like there was a section like changing the set items so that they will going to complement their like bonuses will going to complement the changes that we are making. Show info, not the base. Like, you are talking, but it's meaningless because there are no numbers. It's like they don't have any numbers. They don't have those changes. They only have words. This all can be summarized as like, we have this list of changes that we are going to implement once in a blue moon. Thank you for playing our game. Please support us, and until next time. Like, how? is this even... This is so bullshit. I came for the information about the game that I'm playing. I came for the numbers because I was like... The general stuff is something that you shouldn't put in the main event itself. The general information, like dancing on the edge, should be done when you are announcing something in a text form, but not when you are dedicating 2-hour press conference where you also like ask people to ask you questions. And what we get is simply, we don't know, we don't have this in plans, we don't have this, we don't have that. Pathetic. This is just pathetic. I'm sorry, but this is just pathetic. No, actually, I'm not sorry. I'm not sorry because I'm fucking done with, like, saying good stuff about Blizzard. I certainly am. Competent people, my ass. It's the same. You know what this reminds me of? It's kind of the same on the same scale of garbage as when Cyberpunk was a buggy mess for quite a long time, and then they had like people on the video saying some stuff like, "Oh, we didn't expect that, so here's a roadmap." By the way, where is the fucking roadmap? Blizzard, you forgot something. You forgot something very important. Where is the fucking roadmap?
I can't carry
You don't have roadmap. How are people supposed to, like, believe you? Believe in your words, I guess. This is miserable. This is miserable and unacceptable. Because, again, as I'm saying, like, people are dropping this game like crazy at the time where there are no, like, no new action RPGs have yet been released, and people are already going away from this game. What would you be doing if at the same moment or a little bit later Path of Exile 2 was released? Like, what? Pretending like everything is okay? No. The decision-making team is... My god. My god, this is so bad. Like... And if you are so eager to like if your entire point since the first fucking day it was all about making this game like into a long project, then why it had such a dog shit first 3 months period? Why? You didn't give a shit. But now you pretend like you do. Yes. Because why not? Like, again, why not? This is what people love to see, yeah. Sure, sure. Like, another point that I completely did not understand from their press conference was when they were saying, like, some people are blaming us for, like, and saying, like, you're making the game too hard, but then we do this, and you're making the game too easy. Like, in what form one thing happens, another thing happens? I don't understand this. This was the point where they were speaking about, as far as I believe, it was about the fact that now you need to smash the compelling orb in Act 3, even if you like are not invested into the story. Making the game hard in what fucking way? Wow. Gee, to get past stuff, you need to play the game. You need... Wow. I guess, like, even playing this game is hard. For someone. It's disgusting. Server stability, but... I swear. Like, the intro to the video I'm going to make about this whole, like, press conference, the intro to it will be that phrase: our main goal is to make the main goal is the server stability and fixing game bugs. Repeated multiple times. 3 months later, bugs and server stability not fixed, not changed, working like shit. Wait, I guess, what, a year? A year for what? Again, I'm asking this, like, wait for what? For what the fuck are we waiting? You ask them stashes, they refer stashes and more character creation slots. Our servers can't handle it. Buy another copy of the game if you want to create more characters. Which again, I will create 20 characters. What's the difference if I'm going, besides the fact that you're greedy fuckers, what's the difference between I create 20 characters on one account, or I have to, like, 40 characters on one account, or I have to buy 2 copies of the fucking game to create 20 on one, 20 on another? What's the difference? What's the difference? Besides, like, you want to milk your audience. Server stability? How the fuck is, like, having 40 on one place or 20 on 20, which is the same 40, but for 2 copies of the game? I smell bullshit. Can't make new like... What's going to be the seasonal rewards? We've been seeing that actually, like, a lot of people want to have a stash tab for, like, as a reward to season. That's actually not a bad idea. But didn't you set, like, a couple of minutes ago that having more stash space right now is impossible because the server stability? Or is it possible? It is possible, considering the fact that more people are leaving the game and the server stability should, like, the server should stabilize. They not. Ah. Wow. I sure like that. Amazing. Fuck. Man. Blizzard Entertainment, ladies and gentlemen. More drama, more watery water, less concrete information, more excuses. But don't rush them, they are working their asses off. Yes. You don't want to rush things? Yeah, sure. It's like their demand is for player to leave the game for like a year or so and then come back into the game. Yeah. It's just so infuriating. Masters of giving false hopes. But I mean, they know that their audience is going to be acting like dumbasses and we're going to eat whatever info that they are going to give them. So it doesn't even matter. It's like, why even work your ass off when you can just make such press conference and then say, well, until next time. It's like we had something to tell you, but apparently we are having like nothing to tell you whatsoever. Sure. Sure. I am excited. As gaming development now is synonymous with acting like you are constantly being under pressure by some invisible force that is standing behind you and just smacking your face in case you are doing something wrong.
Afternoon.
For the game that is already like released still, the only thing that they can come up with is, well, here's something for you. What exactly is this something? We're not going to. But I mean, it's the same stuff that is coming from the same people who thought that wouldn't it be nice for Barbarian's frenzy skill to scale from a completely useless skill that nobody levels up, but hey, now you're gonna level, now you have to level a useless skill because that's what your main skill is going to be scaling from. People be like, what? Why? Blizzard would be like, why not?
Good evening.
It's the same as if your like weapon throw would have scaled from Whirlwind. Sure would love to see that shit.
Evening.
I sure would. What's next? Berserk is going to, you know, to be like scaling from find item or find potion. Well, find item, okay, like, but find potion, for example? Brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. Nobody asked for it, but we sure all got what we didn't ask for in the first place. They were saying so much about the things that, like, this should scale, like, this thing should have a scaling option, and this thing should have a scaling option. And then they kind of forgot the fact that Rome has nothing to scale from. It never had anything to scale from. But that's fine, that's fine. As long as our frenzy is scaling from a skill that has nothing to do with the frenzy, that's sure going to fix everything. It's like they completely did not care during this press conference whatsoever. It's the entire purpose of this press conference is to give false fucking hopes for those who are still believing in the superiority of Blizzard Entertainment. Like, the entire and the single purpose of it was to talk nonsense for 2 hours and then say like, later on, we will going to come back at you with details. Because now we have nothing. As we literally just have nothing. We have nothing to show you. No gameplay footage, no screenshots, no details, no data, nothing. We are going to make new words. Oh, those aren't going to be the new rune words, those are going to be the rune words that were already in the game, but for some reason they were not in the game, so we are taking them back into the game, and well, basically we're just taking what has already been done before us, and we are just putting it into the game. Yeah. Interesting concept. I like it. Could have been done at the beginning, in the beginning of the game. Oh yeah, like speaking of the time when Blizzard lied again, for those who were like saying that Blizzard like should not change anything because the game is not going to be like this, like it should be, like it was before, and where are you now, guys? Where are you now? Those believers that Blizzard will not going to change anything. Blizzard also lied to you. Go play Diablo 2 Lord of Destruction. Go play there because the game is not like it used to be anymore. That's the biggest like tragedy for you. Now you're gonna run around and cry like babies. Wah! They've touched my game. I cannot play it. Such a such a miserable thing. Wow, my poor game. What, did you believe in Blizzard? And they, since the beginning, were saying like, we didn't brought those changes because we are too afraid of the fact that it will going to piss off the community. 3 months later, they're like putting new items, changing classes, changing this, and they're like, yes, we sure do. Remember, like, when I said before that they don't give a shit about those toxic boomers who are like, who were like, don't touch the game, it works just as it was, just as it needs to be. Don't touch anything. Because it was 20 years ago and it's like this right now. And I said that they don't give a shit about you. They didn't give a shit about you. How does it feel now to understand that they absolutely didn't give a fuck about you? Ever since the beginning, they didn't. Feels nice, right? It's like Earth to boomers. Welcome to modern Blizzard. More like welcome to hell. And let's wait for another half of a year or something like that before they were going to actually bring something new into the game. What the fuck is miracles? Yes, sure. But where is that asshole? The one who dies slower is the one who is the real deal. I guess that's not the right one. Yeah. That's the real one. And the fight against Bale is going to be just as obnoxious as it was before. Long, but not hard. Because yes, as they said, the scalings are entirely fucked up. Hence, this is the reason why this class falls off so dramatically in endgame.
Good afternoon.
Basically in hell difficulty. Anyway, I'm going to be teleporting here and there just to... and revive a mercenary.
What is it?
Because fights against bosses with this character is extraordinary bad. I think yes, I'm hitting the wrong one. Oh boy. Well, it's not as bad as with Ancients, because I can TP back into the town as much as I want. But it's sure not as exciting as like fighting against champions, elites, and all that kind of stuff. Not saying that it's hard because it's not hard. But definitely annoying. And that sound effect is amazing. Amazing. No, actually, you know what I'm going to do? Because I am so frustrated by that sound effect that they're making. That this boss is making. I think that I'm going to do... I'm gonna buy some potions. Wait, wrong potions. For this particular fight, I'm just going to... audio... like this. It's like, fuck that. I don't know how it is for you, but for me, this particular sound effect is impossible to listen to. A very, very annoying and repetitive thing,
Yes,
because I'm
warrior.
using fire skills. Of course, it has to be like this. See, the point of like what they are going to be changing about the bow and crossbow skills, the fact that this tree falls off in health difficulty and against bosses. This is something that they do plan to readjust. Now that's much better. A much better experience. I don't even know who is who. That's a copy. See, now much better. Now he doesn't do this stupid sound effect. And now it's really good. And in case if I want to save Mercenary, I just have to keep him away from the underground testicles that are hitting him. While also keeping myself alive. Jeez. Well, Mercenary died again. Ain't that a news flash? Well, I killed his copy. Watch him literally reviving it the next second. Yep, he revived him. Dude, the hitbox on the thing that soaks mana is kind of insane. That's a copy. It's not even the thing that I want to kill. Regardless, whether you want to watch it, but I guess like it's better for like if you want to watch that press conference, is to watch some form of a like highlight, because a lot of that press conference, as I said, like it was, as much as Llama tried to make it entertaining, asking like some really good questions were asked, but a lot of them were not answered, not even like pretended to be not heard and stuff like that.
How may I be of help?
It's obvious why, but
Afternoon.
whatever. Those who didn't believe in Blizzard, they may rest assured that nothing actually changed. Those who believed keep on believing while you are being treated like shit. Yeah, sure does. So again, as I said, like, it's not a novelty. Not the first time they are doing it, not the last time they are going to be doing it. It's fine. Just like the mercenary who thinks that it is okay for him not to participate. Guess I'm definitely not lagging here or anything.
My brothers will not have died in vain.
This would actually be so much easier if Magezon actually had some sort of good single target damage. But because of poor scalings, she just doesn't. Because as I said before, like, if you compare to Sorceress, she deals with AoE as well as she deals with the single target stuff. As for this character, you are kinda good against AoE, but not against everything, of course. But you at least deal with AoE better than you are doing with the bosses, single target bosses and stuff. Finally. And yes, ladies and gents.
My work here is truly done.
Yes, my work here is truly fucking done. With this particular class, my work here is done. The amount of times I died with this character, from normal all the way to the hell difficulty, is, I believe, 5 times. One time I died in Act 4 against the blacksmith, and another 4 times I died trying to reroll and fight against ancients. My work here is done with this class. I am not going to use this class for farming. I am not going to use this class until she's going to get rebalanced so that her scalings are going to be fixed. But that was still a nice experience. That was far more interesting, far more enjoyable than it was when I was playing as a barbarian, because she is not suffering against hit chance, which I hate in this game. And she is genuinely just, like, good. I'd say good, but I'd say also... How should I put it? Okay. In the most part, okay. The reason why okay is because, like, she's B tier. She's B tier at best. At best, she's B tier. And it is obvious, like, her damage, even if you invest like plus into skills, is nowhere near in comparison to stuff like Druid, like Wind Druid, any type of Sorceress, no. To Hammerdin, I want to only compare to like elemental stuff. I don't want to compare to magic type dealers, so sorceress and I guess like trap scene. Her gameplay is very safe, but if you are actually willing to give this Amazon a shot, I would suggest to wait until they are going to rebalance her in the way so that she's going to be more reliable, less vulnerable against being dodge locked, which is going to be something that they are having in plans to do, which, as I've referred to, and not only I, even those who played like long time ago refer to, one of the greatest weaknesses of such class is that if you're going to get dodge locked, you will going to die, much like you would die if you are being a shield user, but your block recovery is very low. So yeah, not a bad class, absolutely not nowhere near to be A tier, absolutely just average. I'd say average, with not average gear. So yeah, that's the end of the story for the Magezon. Finished the game at level 79, which is kind of okay, but since I'm not planning to invest more into her until the rebalance comes, I will going to jump on my on my Necromancer Summoner, and I'm going to see what sort of items I need. The reason why we are going to be playing as a Necromancer Summoner is because I want to see exactly how was this character modernized, I'd say, to be like less frustrating to play when it comes to constantly disappearing army of skeletons. Okay, so I need Arachnids, Shaco, War Travelers or Waterwalk, Homunculus, Ravenfrost, something with +2 skills on the swap. I'll get the Teleport staff, but with the green one from my Paladin. Okay. My mercenary receives treachery, yes. Hopefully he will going to be able to use it. Yes, he can. Helmet. Yeah, this stuff is actually good. Holy shit. Level 14. +2 corpse explosion and amplify. And 30 FCR. Nice. That 30 FCR can be used on other stuff as well. So yeah, let's go and start collecting items. I definitely don't need insight, I think, so I'm going to get him a bone hue probably, but also an insight in case I'm wrong about the mana consumption. So thus far, how many characters have I leveled up? I've played the Hammerdin, Necromancer Summoner, Whirling Barbarian, Bozon. Good enough, I'd say. Out of possible stuff that I would wanted to play with, I've played with plenty. Anyway, this stuff, let it sit here. A Saigon. I'm trying to get like the full Saigon set. Just cause I want it. Not because it's going to be good or anything, but because I want it. Lightning resist increase. Raven Frost for the cold absorb. Anyway, it was interesting, like this whole experience with the boson, because for a long time I wanted to do a walkthrough that is going to be pretty interesting to perform. With the class that I have, like with the class and the build that I have never got my hands on. Sure. Why not? Although, where will I put it? I'll put it here, and then a bone hue. I also need this. Then I need belt. Belt boots. I need bone hue. And a teleportation staff. And a homunculus. By the way, in that conversation they've spoke nothing about seasonal rewards, which leads me to believe that they actually have no idea what kind of seasonal rewards are we going to get. That's not a novelty, as apparently from that entire conversation, like that entire stream that they had no fucking idea what they were talking about, but fine, fine. It's on them. Wait, I didn't grab the stuff. Oh, fuck. Reaper Stole. Either Reaper Stole or Bone Hue. Yeah, I think so. Might as well get rid of some items I'm not going to be interested in. This as well. Yeah, just to free some space. Because why not? Since I'm at this particular moment. Who had the stuff? Big Weapons B? This is another one of those beautiful things. About like trying to figure out where the fuck have you placed all the items that you would need. And the staff is not the staff that I need is not here apparently. Yeah, it's on Paladin, most certainly. Okay. Yeah, definitely on Paladin. if minions stop disappearing so randomly... Yeah, there it is. Like they used to. That's a very, very good stuff. Because one thing that I absolutely hated about playing as a Necromancer Summoner before they fixed, I don't know if they fixed, hence this is why I'm trying to like figure this stuff out right now, but before they fixed it, it was a pain in the fucking ass, and you can literally see like I'm uploading those parts to our YouTube channel, parts of my walkthrough that is, and you can literally see how is it. How does it feel? Do, 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 do. Do, 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 do. I got everything. Yeah, I got everything. I don't even remember if I have like the full triangle set. I was never actually a huge fan. Oh, actually, I wanna check. I'm going to go and Google this. What does this set give? I never checked it. I know that you can turn into a lich if you are wearing an entire stuff. 3 to necromancer skills. 20 life stolen per hit. Fuck. Life stolen per hit. He's a caster. Not a fucking auto attacker, you dummy. Plus 10 to meteor. Plus 13 to firewall. Plus 18 to fireball. No. For Necromancer Summoner, that's garbage. That's fucking garbage. Yeah. That's a complete trash for the Necromancer Summoner. Especially comparing to, like, the stuff that you are, like, normally would want to wear. That's very bad. See, like, what was I saying about, like, stamina and stamina? Like, see, 40 to maximum stamina, heal stamina. If they would just remove the stamina thing entirely from the game, those two stats could have gone into anything else, but not those stats. Those stats are bad. Like, I'm sorry, but they are really, really bad, and they are more than, like, they are just useless. They are just entirely useless. And I don't even see, like, what's the point of them even putting those things there. Old school, OG, like OGs. Okay, I need the second ring. I need to think about the second ring. It can be Manalt. It can be even Dwarf Star. Because I do not have the SOJ or the Bulcatus, nothing like that. So yeah. Something with MF? Maybe? Okay. Nah, I want MF. Where is this? Not. Just for the sake of MF. I don't really think that I need anything else besides that. And now, when it comes to either Reaper Stole or Bone Hue, Life Stole and Deadly Strike, increase attack speed. This one doesn't have increase attack speed. This one does. Prevents monsters heal. Increase attack speed. Bone Spear on striking. Corpse Explosion. I'm gonna try this. If it doesn't work.
I can't use that yet.
Fuck. Really?
I'll put that to good use.
How many? 195 strength. Strength. Oh shit. And you're going to wear this thing because you need levels.
Put that to good use.
Anyhow, anywhom. I think I'm all set. Like, what more do I need? Mercenary is set. I am set. With those amazing resistances, but since I'm a summoner, I don't really care. Okay, I wanted to test out something else. Instead of Decrepify, I would like to test Damage Amplify. It has bigger range. And duration. So I'm gonna try it. Everything else seems to be the same. Seems to be the same. Let's get ourselves some army of skeletons.
I can't use this yet.
Another place where you can technically grind yourself some skeletons.
I can't use this yet. I can't use this yet. I can't use this yet. I can't use this yet.
Okay. I only grabbed those now. So now let's go back. Where will we go? I wanna go into Chaos Sanctuary, I think. How much MF I have? Ah. Not all set. Not all set and ready. Where is it? There it is. Nice. There you go. I don't have any plus to Necromancer. Nope. Shifting, lightning. Yeah, nothing here. Okay. River of Flame. This is still not fixed, by the way. Fuck. And there goes it. I completely forgot that this can happen. I was willing to rush it, but then I died. Which means... to the graveyard again. Once again.
I can't use this yet. I can't use this yet. I can't use this yet.
I think that's enough. That's enough for the skeletons. The goal here is not like farming or anything. The goal here is to simply check. To check whether or not things work as they need to be when it comes to like disappearing army.
I can't do that here.
And there you go.
I can't use this.
Again, the gameplay is all so simple. You just wait for the stuff to kill each other and then you explode them. Nothing changed. And again, unless you yourself are going to fuck up, it's hard for you to die naturally. Super mana potion. It's just the gameplay that you're going to be getting if you're playing this class. They disappear? No, they are not. Well, that's good. That's fucking amazing.
I can't use this yet. I can't use this yet. I can't use this yet.
Stop with this. I can't use this yet. Can't use this yet.
I can't use this yet.
Since I'm not using Decrepify as if right now, some skeletons do die off. Don't look at the skeleton mages because they aren't yet balanced. So they will going to die. Ain't that something?
I can't use this yet.
Though once again, when it comes to like why this class is not so much for farming, that's just because like if you do not have Enigma and stuff, the army a lot of it will just going to be standing there and just waiting because the spaces are narrow, they cannot stack one on top of another. Basically, the good old handicaps playing this class archetype. Which, although some may say that, nah, it's nothing. Like, I've played modern action RPG games, and for me, it matters. I want to be in full control over what is happening when I'm playing as a summoner class. I don't want to be stopped by nonsense. Like, well, they couldn't do this, or they couldn't do that. Things like that. Oh, by the way, completely forgot.
I need mana.
Time to summon some stuff.
I need mana.
Which is entirely like, when we are speaking about this whole like idea of balancing stuff and like making skeleton mages more viable, one of the easiest ways for you to do, for them to do so, is to like give us a choice. Whether we are going like one way, which is the way of using the skeleton army, using the mages and stuff, or we go the other way, which is like we are going revive. But actually, I would rather go with mages. I don't really like revive. Revive is sort of having a lot, but having like those monsters are more often than not, they are simply like a little bit better version of the summons you currently have, which is not saying much. I would rather have like
I can't use this yet.
more useful things.
I can't use this yet. I can't use this yet.
Which again, another thing that makes you believe that this class is extremely safe is the absolute lack of area of effect stuff from monsters, and the fact that you are covered by insane amount of meat shields. Like I've seen, there was a person who was like, "Oh, I don't like how they like done Necromancer in Diablo 3. He is squishy and like there are no good skills for you to use if you're playing him." And I'd be like, it's impossible to compare this, like. And there is no need to compare him from D2, like the Necromancer from D2 and the Necromancer from D3. And the reason for that is pretty simple. Lo and behold, in this fucking game, because there is no meaningful AoE coming from monsters that can hit you from behind, your army and your pets are extremely tanky, and everything just being soaked by the skeletons. If we compare like the summoners from D3 and D2, it is fucking obvious why you would think that the Necromancer from D2 is of course going to be much more safe. That's just because you are not pressured by anything. By what exactly are you pressured in D2 playing as a summoner? If you are not fighting against things like those ghosts, which then again you can also use fucking bone armor if you are pressured by it. But lo and behold, it's so poor to compare those two. Because it just literally makes no sense to compare them. They may be the same class, but they sure are not the same class. In Diablo 3 there is just much more stuff when it comes to like AoE and things like that. Okay. Well, that's poop, but I need money, so I'm going to keep it. Okay, fine. Our next destination point is Act 5. We are going after Bale. I'm just trying, like, going into various ways, like various zones, for no specific reason whatsoever. I just want to.
I can't use this yet.
I just want to, that's why I'm going there.
I can't use this yet. I can't use this yet.
But so far, when it comes to, like, changes, yes, I see. I see now that revive monsters, because they will not going to get despawned so much. They will going to live for a far long time.
I can't use this yet.
Hence, this is how you will going to protect yourself. You will going to get like more damage out this way. Really good stuff. That's a good change. That's what I like. Next step is like giving this class a meaningful movement ability, so that you will not going to feel like an idiot needs to run around and wait for when will Enigma going to drop. I don't know. Somewhere in the future, I guess. Again, I have proposed this sort of stuff, like if you are not willing to give all of the classes a movement ability that matters, that is maybe not as good as teleport, but at least that this ability is going to be there for every single class to have something which is like near as good as teleportation, much like Diablo fucking 3 has. Like, just look at that game. Everybody has something for them to move, like sprint, charge, dash, horse, like so much stuff, teleportations. So much things to choose from. Then, if you don't want to do it, like, make some sort of, like, I don't know, like an amulet, 10 to 15% FCR, +1 to all skills, and either like a teleport skill, or, I don't know, a teleport charges. Just so that people will not going to have to use the teleportation staff, or to, like... It's like making a pseudo-Enigma that is not going to be as great as Enigma stat-wise, skill-wise, but that is still going to be something that everyone can fucking use, which is important. But no. We're unfortunately not having this. We don't have meaningful movement skills for classes to use. We do not have mini enigmas. We don't have this. We're not worthy. Either way. Either way, it's kind of lame, to be honest. Why can I not revive them? Cannot revive them. I cannot revive them. I'm all up for Necromancer receiving like good buffs for the skeleton mages. Because I would personally like to invest more into that skill. It would be really good to invest into it, but nowadays the skill is just really bad, so if you're investing into it, you don't achieve much. You are only losing. And hopefully they're going to fix it. When will this happen? Don't ask me. I don't know. Even they don't know. Even they don't know, like, they don't know what rewards for season are we going to get. They don't know what, like, what rune wards are they going to put there. They don't know anything, as far as I understood. As far as I literally understood, they don't know anything. Because they show us empty presentations featuring nothing but just simple words. In the future we will. What will you do in the future? How will this going to be done? Beats me. Beats me. I've said like I was disappointed by the press conference. I didn't like it. I liked only the first like 9 to 10% of it, which featured at least something meaningful. Because then came the stuff that I entirely like. I don't understand this. It's like when you're featuring a game, but you don't feature a game, you feature anything but the gameplay, but the stuff about the game, you don't have anything to show. Yeah, that's just lame. Not using the corpse explosion as much because I want to build an army, and I want to see how long this army lives till it being like despawned by like moving around and stuff. Because that's the change that I'm trying to like test out for myself. I'm not farming here or doing like anything of that sort. I'm just like trying to see how the Necromancer was changed, and so far I sort of like it. It's finally something good, something that makes those who are willing to invest into like Necromancer some kind of a good drawback, not drawback, but good result. By the way, my current summoning skills is like this: 33, 33, 11, 11, 29, and 11. And 11 into Gold Mastery. This is like not the max, absolutely. The reason why this is not the max is because of the fact that you can go deeper into investment. You can get torch, you can get plus skills from other sources. For me, the current number is decent enough. As it allows me to farm properly, to do a lot of stuff.
I can't use this yet.
Next. And another thing that people seems to misunderstand about this particular class when it comes to like comparing to Diablo 3 Necromancer is that outside of that insane tankiness that you get, because nothing can really get through your army and damage you, another important thing is that, well, lo and behold, the corpse explosion is kind of broken in this game. This is why I'm saying, like, it's kind of dumb to compare. And yes, I never used the things such as those big guys with crushing blow to fight bosses. I know the strategy, but unless you're pushing for fast kills on bosses, it does not matter. As you can see right now, it's entirely pointless. You can just go with your standard setup, just beat the shit out of bosses, and that's it. Well, beat the shit, I mean, wait until your army beats the shit out of bosses. The items are as follows: Armor of the King Cleoric, Homunculus, Trangle's Armor, Harlequin Helmet, which is Shackle, the Trangle's Gloves, the Arachnid Smash, War Travelers, Ravenfrost, Nagel Ring, because I didn't find, like, I had some options, but decided to go with more MF, I guess. This one just to plus the skills, mostly. And on the swap I have the green teleport staff, and that's it. I don't have torch, I don't have that other thing which you get from the pseudo Diablo, and when it comes to skillers, I don't even have skillers for the Necromancer. So yeah, delightful. Your mercenary does not need to have a other aura besides Might aura. To be completely honest, because like Freeze aura is useless on a summoner. You get the Golem, plus you get the chance to have the skeletal mages who are shooting ice balls to freeze stuff. So it's like, why would you want to have even more freeze? Just count how many shit he does. Like it's like one attack per 5 seconds or so. So it's pointless. And again, this is an example of why, when you are playing as a Necromancer summoner, like why you cannot really compare this to necromancer from Diablo 3, especially when we are speaking about defense wise. It's because this is like uncomparable and should not even be compared. Here you just stand and shit on bosses just by standing. It's not even like in Grim Dawn you can't really do that, because in Grim Dawn there is aggression system. Worse than in MMORPGs, but there is an aggression system. And the monsters, bosses will going to chase you, they will going to attack you, so you can just stand in one place and just shit on everything. So yeah, uncomparable. Definitely uncomparable.
Salutations.
And it's not like you even should compare them. Where else should we go? I mean, the hardest zones were already done with. I can go for a key farm, maybe, if I want to. The goal is not to farm, the goal is to run around and do some stupid stuff, while also checking whether or not this class became better than what he was before, like those things occurred, like the fixes. And yes, he is. Granted, I don't even need the revive. This is what I have said, like, when it comes to... If I had a choice between having the skeletal army and my skeletal mages would have been good, I wouldn't have used revive. The entire point from my perspective is when you have like this choice of monsters, I guess that revive was supposed to be serving a little bit different purpose, but unfortunately when it comes to like your revive does not scale. What do I mean by that is you put points, but life damage and duration are going to remain the same always. From level 1 to level, it doesn't matter how much, it will always going to be the same. Scaling is bad on revive. That's why I was saying, like, give a choice. Enhance revive when it comes to, like, give it scaling so that it can scale properly from various sources. Make skeletal mages better and have a chance for us to choose like the two things. I'm definitely not asking for like having both of those. It should be like you go for one thing and that's it. That's why I like in Grim Dawn that you had this option. You had options to choose like in which direction you go as a summoner. Here you don't have it. Your direction is as simple as it can fucking get. Your skeletons are extremely beefy, almost impossible to fucking kill. For some whatever reason, your skeletal mages are just dog shit. and you just wait for the you throw curses and you just wait for the first corpse to occur, and then you do a lot of damage because corpse explosion is just broken. So yeah. Come to think of it, this class is extremely one-sided when it comes to like your gameplay, and it doesn't teach you anything. Some may say, well, what about the Uber bosses? And I would be like, yeah, what about the Uber bosses? The Uber bosses are just the same shit. It's like Uber bosses from the... It's like Uber bosses from the Grim Dawn, only they are not like stat sticks. No key. Fuck you. No key. I can't really get a key with this character from Act 2, like the Sanctuary.
Yes, warrior.
Not the Sanctuary, but this location. Arcane Sanctuary, because that's not the location where you need to go as a Necromancer Summoner. Which means let's go into the... Actually, do I have a leg here? I don't. Okay. I'm gonna go into cow level. It's me why, but we are going to go there. Pets are not disappearing. Man, you don't even know how much I cherish this particular change. Because it's like, you finally start to notice the fact that, yes, the gameplay is finally starting to become more up to date. Which is really good. But it has like miles and miles, it's still miles and miles away from where it has to be, but one step at a time, as they said. Like no. Like yesterday, this was like a shit show incarnate. I tell you. Don't rush us. We are doing something. What we are doing, we don't know. But we are doing something, so don't rush us. We got a plan that we stick to, but we don't know what the plan is, so yeah. And meanwhile, here is the PowerPoint presentation that shows practically the same information you've shown beforehand, before the presentation, and then you proceed for 2 hours just speaking like, oh, we want to do this, but it's still like we want to do it, but we still didn't do it. That's why we have nothing to show you. But oh wait, in 1/2 months, you're going to get the first season. Get excited, boys. Get excited. Meanwhile, get excited. I sure would be excited if you actually did something. Literally during the first part of this entire presentation, I was sitting there and be like, wasn't I speaking about like most of those problems at the beginning, like when this game released? Didn't I mention this thing in particular? Didn't I mention that this particular stuff works not the way it should work? Didn't I say that this particular game bug is an issue? Wow, so it was an issue. So I was the person who was who was saying the right stuff. Oh yeah, like wow, what a novelty.
The Order welcomes you.
It's like we're getting somewhere, only we don't know where we're getting. Where are we getting to? Sure. The one thing that I agree with them, but for a different reason, about the fact that there are people who are demanding for things like paladin and sorcerers that they need to be nerfed. If you nerf them, other classes will going to become like they're going to become popular. No, if you believe so, you are very wrong about that, because you have to understand the reasons why other classes are significantly inferior in this game to those two classes. And why, if you nerf those two classes, nothing will going to change. If you nerf Paladin and Sorceress, you do not fix the issue that thing like Barbarian, for example, or Melee Amazon, or Melee Assassin, that they are fucking garbage and no one actually wants to play with those classes. You do not fix that. Like, this won't going to fix anything. You are just removing powerful options that people go to because they understand that everything else is just so fucking bad. So no reason to fucking nerf them. No reason to nerf those two classes if they're like, if you do not plan to power buff other classes, nerfing those powerful classes are going to make the situation worse, because then you are limiting options that people can choose if they want to actually play a class that doesn't suck. That's simple. That's fucking simple. Like saying, oh, if we make so that the sorcerer's teleport skill is going to have a like 20-second cooldown or something like this, how does this change the fact that other classes have no fucking movement ability in the game? Like, how it fixes that issue? How nerfing Paladin Hammerdin changes the issue that, say for example, there is little to no magic immune enemies in the game, that's one. Outside of magic immune, other types of magic resistance doesn't do anything against magic damage type. How does this change anything? I just wanted to understand, like, how does this change anything? Like, referring to, it's there was this comment like, let's make so that the Paladin's hammers are now elemental type of damage. Because there is not that much magic immunities in the game. So you do understand that there are no magic, instead of like increasing the amount of magic immunities, or rather like making so that the magic resistance will also going to somehow influence Paladin's gameplay, instead of that, you want to change his type of damage completely. Which kinda enforcing him, much like the other classes, to go into the route, I need to use Infinity, I need to get myself an Infinity to overcome that wall of immunities, I need Diadem, I need like faucets, I need all of this and that and that. It doesn't fix anything. You just shift the problem, but like you twist the same problem, only you twist it in under different angle. The problem is still there, but it's being shifted differently, so yeah. Let's pretend like we fixed it. Well, we nerfed it. Wow. Ain't that actually good? No. Do understand that in this game, with the balance that it currently has, which actually like balance, it has no balance. This game was never balanced. This game was thrown in the gutter as soon as like Lord of Destruction brought rune system. The balance went into fucking oblivion. So yeah, like saying that something will going to change for the balance sake, no, nothing. As a matter of fact, them power buffing the classes right now, they don't buff it for the sake of like, they buff it for the sake of buffing them. Which, okay, I agree. With how the game current state is, I'm not gonna complain over the fact that you buffed, say for example, you overbuffed Barbarian. Okay, I have a reason to fucking play this garbage class now, yeah, fine. Well, that's good. You finally get a reason to play dog shit, the class that is dog shit. We don't want them to buff. We don't want them to change anything. I like this argument about we don't want them to change anything, yet still sitting and complaining about the fact that Sorceress and the Paladin are fucking broken in comparison to other classes, because other classes are significantly inferior to those already mentioned two classes. Like, they are inferior, but no! The game, if in your idea the game is working the way it is supposed to be, then why the fuck do you constantly complain about those classes being stronger than your class? The game is done like the way it's done. You should be very happy about it. But no, you're not happy. Because the class you would want to play is not buffed enough. And somewhere deeper, you really want this class to get buffed, so that you can finally move away from playing Sorceress and start playing Sorceress or Paladin and start playing, say for example, Summoner Druid or things like that. Because, like, example, the best fucking example out of 2 summoners that are in this game, 99% of the people who are going to be playing the game are going to go and play Summoner Necromancer. If you fucking nerf Summoner Necromancer, people will not going to go and play Summoner Druid. They will not. Wanna know why? Because he sucks balls, and if you nerf the other Summoner, it doesn't fix the issue that the other one is complete garbage. It just doesn't. Wow, really? It's like I'm discovering another continent, but I am not. I'm just saying the stuff that is completely, like, obvious. But belief, yes, belief. Nerfing Sorcerer's Teleport will going to definitely fix the fact that Necromancer doesn't have movement ability, Druid doesn't have a movement ability, Amazon doesn't have a movement ability, Assassin doesn't have a meaningful movement ability, Barbarian does not have it. Like the jump is... that's not a movement ability. But yeah. We just gonna make sure that Sorceress does not have that teleport, so that, you know, everyone is in the same boat, which is the shit boat that is going to fall apart, but whatever. And then the same, like, if you do not have an Enigma, the same route that you would use, say for example, for Mephisto farming, will going to take you not 30 to 40 seconds, but it will constantly going to take you more than a minute, more than 2 minutes, just because... oh. But we are now in the same boat. You suck and I suck, yeah. Both under the same fucking roof, and in the same fucking situation, which is garbage situation to be in. But oh well.
I can't carry anymore.
It's such a tragedy that people think that's...
I am overburdened.
this sort of stuff, like, fixes anything.
I can't carry anymore.
So yeah, in my humble opinion, nerfing classes such as Paladin and Sorceress will never going to change anything. It won't. It will not going to fix anything.
Good evening.
It's just going to add 2 more lost souls to the cause of I need the fucking Enigma because they didn't provide me with any other option. Teleport stuff sucks. I would rather have an amulet or a ring with fucking teleport on it instead of having a staff. Because, say for example, if I have on the swap Call to Arms and in main hand Hota, what? You want me to carry also a teleport staff with me? Like, what is this shit? How about I have a thing that matters by default when it comes to movement ability in my toolkit? Nope. I guess not. Oh boy. Well, ain't that suckage? We're gonna sit and pretend like everything is working fine. And if we nerf a bunch of OP classes, everyone else, like suddenly they will going to start to become amazing. This will never going to happen. This just means that out of classes that sucked less, you now are going to ditch them and go to classes that sucked more. Wonderful. Absolutely fucking brilliant.
I can't use this yet. 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 I can't use this yet.
Get my skeletons and go and kill myself some not cows. I wanna go here. In the River of Flame. Oh, that still sucks. Blizzard, can we please fix this, like, for the gamepad users? Just like if you have a thing on the swap, such as, say for example, this stuff, like the staff, why do I have to like constantly rebind it? Like, why is it the thing? Why? It serves no fucking purpose. It serves no purpose whatsoever.
I can't use this yet.
So can we like fix it?
I can't use this yet.
Again, it's just because it doesn't make sense. It's not like the skill goes away anywhere. It still stands on like the place where it's supposed to be, which is the like it's still on the like L2 plus square. Only you need to rebind it. Why?
I can't use this yet.
Yeah, so all in all, the Necromancer did become better when it comes to how it feels to play him. Nothing changed dramatically, or nothing changed like whatsoever when it comes to like his skills or anything.
I can't use this.
It's just that he slowly but surely becomes something more like more enjoyable to pilot, you know, without being victim of garbage decisions, such as disappearing pets, which some people were referring to as minor annoyance. Yeah, minor my fucking ass.
I can't use this yet.
On the flip side, they've said the things like there will be more changes added like later on to the like class rebalances and stuff, like making some more changes. But as I said again, like that's good news for you who are going to be willing to sit and wait for ages for that moment to come. But as if for me, not really.
I can't use this yet.
As like the things that would made me want to reconsider when it comes to do I want to play, do I not want to play,
I can't use this yet.
they just didn't happen. Small things, like small things. More stash space. That's a small thing to ask, but that is impossible for them to do. It's a small indie company that has issues, I guess, with money, with people. Like, with money, no, they don't. With people, no, they don't. With overload amount of work, no, they don't. As apparently, like, as from the interview that happened yesterday, it was blatantly obvious that they have nothing ready. They had nothing to show. Absolutely nothing. People were sitting there and waiting like, yay, we were going to see something. Why else would they make this whole interview thing? In reality, they had nothing to show, like absolutely nothing. There was no showcases of gameplay, no showcases, like no hints, no like even the visuals, even if you don't like the entire section of like new rune wards and stuff was a stock, like a footage of them, like what they've placed. Like 4 or 5 lines of the same like runes that we already have in the game, and I was like, that it? Even Llama asked them like, can we see them? And they're like, you will see them in the season. More like, haha, fuck you. You thought you were actually going to get a glimpse or something of what we had in store for you? Well, fuck you. Believe us. Believe in our words. Yes. And at this particular point, I'm seriously like, Diablo Immortal, please. Just release that game. Please, just Diablo 4 and Diablo Immortal. Like, this...
I can't use this yet. I can't use this yet.
This, like, has to stop what they are doing. Because it feels like people who are playing World of Warcraft, they have to wait for, like, a year to get a content patch. Now, people who are playing Diablo 2 have to, like, listen to, oh yeah, that's exciting, more news. No. Maybe some hints? No. Oh, we don't want to rush things. Boy, you are not rushing it. Definitely. if your primary goal, such as we want to make our server stable, is not fixed, like your main thing that you've said like three or more than three times they said like our main goal is the server stability. I guess because of your server stability that you are fixing so hard, you are still saying that it is impossible for you to allow us to create more than 20 characters and to make so that we can have more stash space. So are your servers stable? A lot of people went away. That's a good reminder of the fact that a lot of people went away. Are your servers stable? No, they are not. They are not fucking stable. When will they be stable? They don't know. Why? Because they don't know. Because this whole event was just about them. We have something, but apparently we have nothing. We have words. Aren't you like tired of hearing just words from them?
I can't use this yet.
Can we maybe hear like more? No, can we look at the content? Looking at the content. I want to look at the content. I don't want to. Your season starts in like 2 to 3 months. I don't want to wait 2 to 3 months to see items that, as you said, like they are already in the game. Well, they were already in the game. We just brought them back. Show them.
I can't carry anymore.
Like what's that big secrecy about?
I can't carry anymore.
I'm just baffled. If it is ready, show it. I guess it's not ready. As if like anything from Blizzard is ready.
Good to see you.
It's like Overwatch 2. How long did people wait for Overwatch 2? Where is Overwatch 2? I guess in development. That's the best way you can describe the process.
What do you need?
Ooh, somewhat nice.
I can't carry anymore.
That's bad. And that I already had. So yeah, my overall impressions of the, like, from the whole press conference from them that they had yesterday, I am deeply disappointed. It was a boredom fiesta which had nothing to show, absolutely nothing.
I can't use this yet.
Waste of time. 10% useful information, 90% we just have something in store, but wait, we have nothing to show you. It's just, believe us. How about more? As that's the last thing, like the last thing that they can demand from players, no matter what kind of project you've played, whether you playing right now World of Warcraft, or you are playing Hearthstone or you are playing Overwatch, last thing that they can even dare, even fucking dare to demand is believing them. Believing their words. This doesn't work this way. This doesn't work, and it will never work this way. I'm sorry, but they have entirely, like, lost it. Lost the... They cannot see borders anymore. Just believe us, yes. I'm sure those people who are playing World of Warcraft likes to wait for a year and believing that something is going to change. Or how about those in Overwatch? They still believe that their game is actually not dead yet. Where's my mercenary now? He's a gunner. Well, that's good.
Good afternoon.
And again.
Hello.
And again. And that's big one. But when they are getting in there and they are saying, like, to the simplest question, which doesn't revolve around like changing the game. It does not revolve around anything that has to deal with like changing the way how the game is played or anything like that, but rather like simple thing such as, can we get rid of mules? Can we increase character numbers to more than 20? Can we have more stash space? Can we like buy those stash space? It doesn't matter, like for the real money or for the in-game currency. Like, I don't give a fuck. Can we do this? No. No. Because server stability, you know, you put pressure. Are we like going to put this pressure like over and over and over again? As I'm seeing this sort of like deja vu here. 2 months before that, gamers were blamed for the fact that they know how to play properly, that's why the servers cannot handle it. Now, a lot of people went away from this game, we are still hearing the same stuff, the servers are unstable. Logic question, are they even going to be stable at one point? I guess at the point where no one is ever going to be playing your game anymore, that's what you want to do with your community?
I can't use this yet.
Because that's definitely like something that is happening. Sure like to hear the same excuses. So this entire time, just so that you understand, more than 2 months ago, when this stuff happened, with their server started to crash, more than 2 months ago, they've implemented this queue system and the delay between closing the game and opening the new one. It didn't fix anything. As they keep saying again and again that we can't do those changes because the servers are unstable. Wow. Wow. I sure fucking believe in that. More like you've been doing nothing, pretending that you've been doing something. And most certainly we don't have queues anymore because of the fact that they fixed it. Not because people went away from the game, but because the game got fixed. The servers got fixed, yes. What a bunch of liars, man.
I can't use this yet. I can't use this yet. I can't use this yet.
So if the game is going to fall apart, as they say, if the game is going to fall apart, if they were going to ever so slightly like put more than 3 shared stash space, are they sure that the game is not going to fall the fuck apart if during the season, as they say, like there will be 3 more temporary stash spaces at the end of the season, so that people will be able to transfer items from the season into non-season? What if they were going to fall apart then? And how will it actually how will this particular feature going to be even tested? By whom and how? And where? I would like to know. This, because this is important, like... Because losing your precious progression at the end of the season, just because, oh, oops, we didn't believe that this going to happen. We didn't knew that this going to stop, like that the servers are going to crash. Oh, more people came to play. They want to try out the season and the servers crash. Oh, oops. We thought we fixed it, but we never fixed anything. We're gonna change stuff from what, like, skill A scales from that skill. Wonderful. Any footage? No? No. Okay. Guess that's also one of those. I cannot show it to you. It's secret.
I can't use this yet. I can't use this yet. I can't use this yet.
This was even so idiotic from them when they had this, like, oh, now we are going to have a Q&A section. Your opinion and your questions matter a lot to us. Hence, this is why such stuff that you had questions about, like, information, general information. How does this skill work, with what it synergizes with? Can we have it? No. Asking them simple questions, they either don't know, they have, like, they are not planning to do this thing or that thing. What's the point? Yes, our opinion matters to you so much. It matters to you so much that you won't even going to answer anything. Because even the basic stuff is left unanswered, or, like, wait for the next season, I guess. New items are going to be, like, new rune wards are going to be introduced once every 3 months, like, not once every 2 to 3 seasons, which may last for eternity, but oh well. I guess that's good. Sure makes me excited. What if they're going to be like two items per 3 seasons? And the season lasts 3 to 4 months, which means that, all in all, almost a year just going to look at those 2 items, 2 to 3 items at max that they were going to put there. Changing sets so that the sets are going to complement our changes. Granted, we have not told you anything about, like, statistically or info-wise about what those changes are. We just said that there are changes. You looked at our beautiful PowerPoint presentation, and then we didn't even ask, like, we didn't even answer your questions. We didn't even show you how are we going to change the sets. And keep in mind, after 1 or 2 months, we will get the first season. That's good. That's always good to know. My mercenary is applying on him Decrepify, which means I'm back to using Decrepify, because my Decrepify is higher level. Anyway, that's just pain. That's just pain to understand, because as little hopes that I had for the press conference, I still had hopes. They ruined them without any sort of shame and or remorse. Not that I'm surprised or anything, but that just shows you how much care do they have for their game, how much care do they have for their audience. Two hours of them just click this slide. Have you seen this thing before? Yeah, we sure did. Click the other slide. Have you seen this thing? Yeah, we did.
Afternoon. I can't do that here.
Preposterous. Anyhow. We have looked at the changes done to the Summoner Necromancer, meaning that his skeletons and revive monsters are not disappearing anymore, and that's actually really good. So for those who are going to level up the Summoner Necromancer, they will of course going to like it, because they will not going to have to deal with the constantly disappearing army, which was a huge problem before that. Which, at least during leveling, makes the reliance on stuff like Enigma becomes less of an important thing, because you can at least not lose your forces while just simply moving from place to place. Other steps would be give a pet attack command, and I would say give a movement ability that matters, and that is going to be sort of on par with the teleport, or with the shield charge or something like that, so that reliance on Enigma would drop even more significantly. Enigma and or teleport staff, because thus far nothing will going to change that much when it comes to why people start to play a season with the sorceress or paladin. That's because one has absurd damage numbers, which is not being mitigated by magic resistances, only by magic immunities. And the other one has a native, in her toolkit, she has Enigma, aka the teleport, aka the only movement spell that matters in the game. Until they fix that stuff by giving every class a good movement ability, nothing is going to change. You may buff however you want, whatever class you want. If your only ability in the game, which matters when it comes to like movement around, moving around, is teleport and Enigma, because Enigma has teleport, nothing is going to change. Nothing. Look at Diablo 3. Diablo 3 has everything for every class. Like every class has something to use to move around fast. Every single fucking class. Just do the same here. Give Barbarian either sprint or a dash, remove that fucking bonus to stamina, and instead of it just give him sprint. Instead of the leap, give him the charge, and there you go. Barbarian is going to have like movement spells. Give Necromancer, I don't know, skeleton looking skateboard so that he can move around. Same like Paladin, which uses his shield charge, and there you go. At least he has something to move around. But nope. More demand for the nerf Sorcerer and the Paladin will going to make other classes viable. Wow. Gee. Brilliant logic. Anyway, later on, I think during next week, I will going to probably, most likely, going to do some form of an analysis of analysis video of that press conference. Granted, there is practically, as I said, like 10% info that is going to be worth of something in that press conference of theirs, which is fortunately right at the beginning, and the rest is like, why are you even speaking about that? Like, you have nothing to show. That's empty promises, and I'm sorry, but Activision Blizzard, you do not have any faith from players. You made sure in the process of last like 3, 4, 5 years in a row, you made sure to lose every hope that players had in you. And I'm sorry, but believing in empty words without visuals, without like anything besides like that fucking PowerPoint presentation, I don't believe it. And it will go as they were like there sitting and making excuses like servers are unstable, but our main focus is server stability. Don't push us, we want to make it like 2 to 3 change at whatever time, whatever pace we want. Because you know, like, lo and behold, say for example, next year Path of Exile 2 is being announced, Last Epoch gets out of the beta state, and wow, what's happening? D2 has no one to play in besides like a couple of people. Oh, but we took our slow and steady pace, I guess. We are a small studio, don't blame us, we don't have experience, don't blame us. Why are you even blaming us? Like, we have this problem, we have Bobby Kotick is the problem. He harasses me, that's the problem. There is no safe space, that's the problem. This is the problem. We don't want this because this is the problem. The players are the problem. And look at the social medias. We are being attacked from social medias, and like, no. This is gaming industry. You develop games. If you cannot provide a consumer with games and stuff, you're done for. Especially when you consider like, okay, Diablo 2 is like mostly the project that is being about like the single player experience, and like no high hopes were for this game anywhere. Like, but things like World of Warcraft, Overwatch, Heroes of the Storm, and StarCraft 2, if you don't deliver, like, if you don't compete there constantly, when it comes to, like, constantly, there has to be something new, like, every single time. You need to have a long-term plan, which they don't have, which is why all of those mentioned projects are fucking dead. Ooh, wow, what happened? Like, Nobody knew that this would happen. Yes, they knew. But unfortunately, Blizzard don't give a damn. So, yeah, that's where we are. That's why it will going to take months for some stuff to even occur in this game that is like 20 years, has 20 years long legacy. There are myriads of game mods where they can take inspiration from, but more than 3 months later, we hear the same stuff. Things cannot be changed because the server stability, that is our absolute main priority, keep that in mind, main priority for the stretch of more than 3 months since its release, it's not stabilized, and here we are. Thousands of players went away, things should have been fixed, but nope. I love them. I fucking love them. So yeah, that's it for today. I've spoken what I wanted to say. I've completed Hell difficulty with Magezon. I have checked how the Necromancer changes works. I have expressed my opinion about that bullshit conference. And yeah, I don't have hopes for the game up until they will going to start to back their lies with actions, because just empty words mean nothing to me. If you have faith in Blizzard, that's your call. I have no faith in Blizzard. Actions will going to speak for themselves. If the game is going to fucking die, then so be it. If the game is going to become good, then so be it. It's in Blizzard's hands to either break this game apart or to make it into a game that will going to somehow bring people to that game that was actually very, very successful that 20 years ago. But I don't know. This state is like what expresses me, express my thoughts about their press conference, their ideas to change stuff. I was excited, but it's modern Blizzard. Hence, that became, I'm not excited because it's modern Blizzard. Wow. That was a very obvious thing. Because it's modern Blizzard, you get excited. Like, you get excited, but you know that it's modern Blizzard. Turns into, you're not excited anymore because it was modern Blizzard who did it. So, yeah. We shall see. But as of for now, thank you for watching. And we will see with each other next time on the next stream. Take care.